Real fun only happens when you know the secrets, and that's what Top Secrets of Success is really all about. It's about you and me going on this journey together. The first part of the adventure is going to be me performing some dynamic feats of strength, but those feats of strength are really not all about me. They're about you, because through those feats you're going to understand about who you are and who you can become. As we move along, I'm going to encourage you to get a partner to work with you on this journey. Mom or dad would be preferable, or a mentor if you don't have one. And as we go through this, we're going to have a lot of fun, but we're also going to be laying out a plan for the rest of our life. I hope you enjoy the first part of this DVD. The second part is going to be me talking to mom or dad or whoever your mentor is to this project.
Russ is attempting to blow up a hot water bottle. This is not a balloon, it's a thick, heavy rubber hot water bottle like your grandmothers use. It takes between 500 and 700 pounds of pressure to blow this up. We have found that group synergy is one of the keys to success. If you get excited and yell and shout and scream and holler and clap with me, it'll make it easier for us. So you're allowed to have a good time today. Let's make some noise. Come on now.
I'm going to attempt to bend this 60-penny spike, this 60-penny nail in half with my bare hands. I brought the holy rags with me, just as a little form of protection. So just wrap it a little bit.
right, hold on. Let's see how he's doing. All right, but nobody's actually crushed it in half like I asked. But the reason is that sometimes when we're trying to do things, all right, we need different strategies to reach our goal, right? I mean, sometimes if I can do it one way, that doesn't mean that Stan can do it the same way, or Roy can do it the same way, right? Sometimes we need different strategies. Now, everybody knows the definition of insanity. In fact, I heard it in church last week, right? Everybody steals my stuff, but I've been saying this for a long time. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. All right. So I mean, Stan could stay up here, and his hands would be bleeding, and all kinds of stuff, and he might, put a little bend in it. But sometimes we just need a little different strategy to achieve our goals. Okay. So Stan, let's try a little different strategy here for a second, and then I want to bring Roy back up because I got something special for Roy. Put this across your left leg, and bear down on it. Go ahead. Don't put it in your face, though. Go ahead, keep on. Go up the leg. Go ahead.
All right, Stan. Yeah.
Thanks, Stan. Appreciate it, though. So, that's all we needed was a little different strategy to reach our goals, right? Well, actually, you're supposed to do it a little bit different than that, Roy. You're supposed to kind of come over the top with it, something like this.
You have Dennis driving a nail through a thick board that's on fire with one punch.
Bring that in a little bit here. That's good. You're gonna help her balance?
Russ is demonstrating a human bridge with people standing on his stomach while bending a spike first and then tearing a deck of cards with his hand.
Have a brand new deck of bicycle playing cards. Move the cards and the 2 instruction cards. "54 cards in the deck. Nice and square.
2 different techniques of tearing it. One is just like this. The other is like this. However you want to do it.
Okay, I have another deck of bicycle playing cards. Fresh. Just going to open them up for you. Take
Take out the 2 instruction cards since we know what we're doing. Turn my back. This is a 1/2 inch thick round stock, 24 inches long. Just hold this on my neck, please, Raj.
Russ will be attempting to bend a 1/2 inch thick, 24 inch long steel bar around his neck. Then he'll twist it into a fish.
Pretty much centered, Raj? Yeah, fine. Okay. All right. It's all about you, but then it goes a little bit further than that. There we go, fishing here. All right, thank you very much. In the old days, before you and I were born, there was an art that the old-time strongmen did, and it was called scrolling, all right, where they would take pieces of steel and they would twist it and bend it into different shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 1 inch thick piece of flat steel, and I'm going to turn this into a piece of exercise equipment for Linda, all right? All right? Uh-oh. We might have to take a coffee break here because I can everybody's fading on me. Can you see if the bar is in the middle? Or am I blocking? Is that what you said? Okay. All right, you can step back. Thanks. All right, you ready, Lynn?
We're ready. Come on. Come on, Russ. Come on. Come on, Russ. Yeah. Come on. Woo!
Yeah, towel real quick.
Woo. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Woo. Almost there. Come on.
A little more.
Almost.
Little more.
Come on. Almost, Russell. Yeah, come on. Good. Yeah, you got it. Woo! Come on.
Okay. Now you're going to say, well, Linda just said, well, but what do I do with it? Well, come here. No, if you just hold your arms out like this and you just press like that, it's great for pumping up the pecs. What we're going to do is step right in here, ladies. Grab the rope right there. You grab the rope right there. And what I want them to try to do is to try to pull my grip apart, but don't start yet. All right. So what we're going to, I'm just going to hold these 2 pieces of metal next to each other. They're not locked in or anything like that. And I'm going to attempt to hold you ladies with one hand. All right. So now there's no rules other than if you don't, you can pull straight as hard as you want. But if you start going back and forth, there's no guarantee that I'm not just going to let you go and you're going to fly. But we'll have it on tape. So okay, so go ahead. You guys start out. All right,
How long do you want to go for?
I would just go like 10 seconds. See how it goes.
Okay.
All right?
Well, when you hear the music, you can start.
Because it's carpet and everything. I won't drop you.
Okay. On your mark, get set, and go!
Let's have Laureen come up and Marlene come up. Help Urius. Okay.
You asked for two. You asked for two more.
I
you know.
asked for two more.
And you
Okay, I
picked
got
two
it.
more
All right, here we
feisty
go.
ones.
Okay, go ahead. 10 seconds. Go ahead. Okay, hold it. Who won? I was pulling. Oh, wait. Yeah, they won. All right. Congratulations. You both won. Thank you. All right. Thank you, ladies. Okay, thanks. What we're going to do is, same type setup as before. I am going to lay across these two chairs. All right. While I'm laying across the two chairs, Lynn is going to stack these 4 bricks, 4 piece of concrete on my stomach. Okay? Now you're going to come up behind me over here. Yeah, you can jump up here, Vincent. And you are going to smash the bricks on my stomach. All right? You okay with that? Yeah. So what you're going to see is, Lynn, which way is you going to see it? This way? This way you're laying, right? Okay, so Vincent, when you're looking at it, it's going to be on my stomach. It's going to, 4 of them. It's going to, right there is where you want to hit it, right? Now, you don't have to swing it from here, but you do have to give it a good shot. You can go one hand here, but you got to give it a good shot. I mean, don't worry about me. All right, just look at the bottom brick and give it a shot. All right? All right. You ready for this, Lynn? You ready for this? Hey, David, was Vincent a good brother to you? Oh! Do you love him now? Yeah. Just get it. Oh, wait a minute. We need 2 guys. Holding the chairs. Yeah, otherwise this ain't going to work. Just don't let the chairs move. You want to count from 3 down to 1, whatever you're good with.
Okay.
Whatever you're good with.
You ready, Vincent? Okay. 3, 2.
We found when you're cooking Mexican food is that when you're trying to make burritos in a flat frying pan, it's a real hassle. Now, if you go out to eat all the time, you could care less. But if you like to try to cook Mexican food, it's really tough to make a burrito in a standard frying pan. So, Mary, I just want to give you a new piece of cookware here. All right, I got this beautiful Teflon frying pan, and I'm going to make a little adjustment to it. So we go from a Teflon frying pan to a hairdryer? No, a burrito maker.
Hope you enjoyed the dynamic feats of strength. Now it's time to get to work. 5 minutes a day is all it takes. Just get started and don't quit. Okay, Mom and Dad, here's my background and Lynn's background. From this, I want you to take what you need. Some people feel that they have to hear some things in people's background for hope, for credibility, whatever it is. But my background is I graduated with honors from college in a pre-law program, got my degree in education. Lynn is a registered nurse by training. We were in the club business, restaurant business for 4 years, and really started to see a side of life that was not very positive and uplifting. We went from that into a marketing business, and then I also began personal training in the mid-'80s. Now, through these experiences, we started to understand the necessity of motivation, of self-esteem, not only in our relationship as husband and wife, but also with our children. Our youngest at the time was a baby, and we started reading extensively on motivation, self-esteem. We went to seminars. We went to, it was just an unbelievable amount of information that we absorbed, trying to be, quote unquote, the perfect parents, the best parents. Obviously, over the years, reality has sunk in since now our baby is 16 years old. But the experiences we've gained, we've put together in this training manual called Top Secrets of Success for Kids. And you're going to learn and understand some things about life working with your child. We're always told that we need to work more with our kids. We're told that we need to keep the lines of communication open. Well, Top Secrets is going to be a tool for you to use to keep those lines of communication open, as well as to take your kids to another level, all right, to help them be the best that they can be. And every kid is not going to be an A student, but I'll tell you this, every kid can be the best student they could possibly be. Not every kid is going to be a professional athlete or a superstar scholarship athlete or a super musician or a super artist or dancer, but you know what? With the encouragement that you're going to be able to give your kids and the positive reinforcement, they're going to be able to take whatever it is they want to run with as far as they want to go. So we're really excited about it. I hope you understand too that we've experienced some things as parents. We've experienced the death of a child. We've experienced divorce and the negative effect that can have on a family. So please don't think that we're coming from, some sort of place where everything was perfect in our lives. This is real. And I think you're going to be really encouraged if you put forth the effort to work with your child on this project. So right now I'm going to have Lynn just share with you some of the things that we talk to parents about when we speak. We call it the 10 Power Tips to the toughest job you'll ever have, being a mom or dad.
There are a lot of things that you can do to contribute to the success of your children. We have found that these 10 are the most powerful. So here we go. Number 10, controlling media influence. Movies, music, television, internet. Number 9, open communication. Build trust every day. Number 8, choosing the best activities, including downtime, which is critical in this stressed out world today. Number 7, spiritual development. We are, as a three-legged stool, body, mind, and spirit. If you have a weak leg, it weakens the whole thing. Number 6, quality fuel. Eat the best food possible. Number 5 is life fitness. This is not about team sports. It's real fitness, a personal thing. Number 4, 2 types of discipline. Self-discipline and disciplining your child. Number 3, association. Who are your kids hanging out with? Number 2, dream building 101. Never stop. And number 1, how to be a great role model. Walk the walk.
One thing we've learned is that every kid is different. And especially understand that temperaments of your children do not necessarily line up with your temperament. Just keep sowing positive stuff into your kid until they move out. Don't get frustrated when they hit adolescence and the teenage years. Just keep rolling with it until they move out, and you'll have done the best job possible as a parent. Just watch this clip real quick.
It was last year, and it was that time of year at our house where we had to clean up some stuff in the yard. It was outdoor day. We had the kids home for a change all at once and everything, so we were all kind of like going around doing projects. It was a Saturday, I guess it was. And so my job was to trim some bushes and stuff and all. So I got out my, it was kind of overkill. I got out the chainsaw, I mean, I could have used probably clippers or a little, but I didn't. I had the chainsaw, the steel thing and all. So I come out and I'm cutting and trimming everything Lynn pointed to. I'm trimming in the front. Get rid of that one. And I was just on a roll. So then she turns and she looks out by the street. And where we live, there's a lot of evergreens and stuff, but because it's kind of like a jungle by our house and we don't really trim back it too much unless we don't have to, there was some sort of big like maple or oak type tree growing in the middle. And somewhere along the line, lightning must have struck one of the branches about 20 feet up, and the branch was just kind of like hanging. I mean, it was pretty thick, pretty fat, limb, okay? So she points up to this thing, and it had been there for about a year, I guess, I don't know. And she points and goes, that looks really ugly. You should really go up and cut that down. So I go, oh man, now it's not just a chainsaw, now I gotta get a ladder too, So anyway, I go and I get the ladder, but it was one of them extension ladder deals, and but I had to extend the thing the whole way because the thing was about 20 feet up in the air. So I'm climbing up the ladder. I don't have the chainsaw running, but the chainsaw's in my left hand. And I'm climbing up the ladder, grab onto a rung, take a step, grab onto a rung. And as I started getting near the top of the ladder, and I'm in this whole, like all these evergreen trees are around me and stuff, and there's people around the yard and place, but I can't see anybody, they can't see me. So I'm climbing up, and just as I get near the top where I have to get to, I look between the rung and the ladder, and I see this nub sticking out from the tree. I call it a nub. Stumpy little thing, right? And I put my hand on it, and I closed my hand, and it just fit in my hand perfect. I mean, it was the perfect size for my hand. I mean, and it was just great. But I felt it, and I said, I don't know, it's probably dead or something. I better not grab onto this thing. So I didn't. So I reached up a little higher, stepped up a couple steps, and now I make it to where I have to make it to, right? Well, here I am. I'm up on the ladder at the top, just one step below the top thing. There's the branch up where I got to get it, the limb, and I reach around and I start the chainsaw, one pull. Okay, good chainsaw. And so I start the chainsaw and I pull the chainsaw back around, and it only took like a zzz, and the thing fell, no problem. Well, then I hit the locky thing so the chainsaw doesn't keep spinning, and but then I realized, however I'd situated myself, I couldn't shut the thing off. It was kind of really awkward position, but I figured, well, no big deal. So I have the chainsaw in my left hand, just as I had before, and I'm starting to go down the ladder. I take one step down the ladder, and here's this beautiful nub again. I mean, this nub, I can't even tell you how good it fit in my hand. It fit better than a glove, right? And I grab onto this thing, and, I grabbed on and I squeezed it, and as soon as I squeezed it, it snapped. And the ladder went, and I went, and I flew however many feet, 17, 18 feet. I was fortunate enough, I held the chainsaw out as I was flying, and I landed on my back in the middle of all these trees with this loud thud, but nobody could hear me because the chainsaw is still running, right? And I just went, and you ever get that? There was massive internal damage, but you don't know what it was feeling? Well, I got that feeling, and it's funny now, but it was not funny then. And I reached over, and I couldn't breathe, and I shut the chainsaw off, and I started going, who do you call? Your mother, your wife. I knew my mom was too far away. So, and I started praying, sometimes you just pray, and other times you pray. Well, I was praying because I knew something was absolutely not good. And Lynn came running, and, she's a nurse, so her calm response is always, so the kids all come running, and the kids running, and they all gather around me, and they're looking at me, and I had this. They told me later. All the blood was totally gone from my face. I was totally ashen, and I was really close to passing out. And they started praying and whatever, and I said, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. And I said, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And they want to call 911. That was the other scream I heard from Lynn. Call 911. And so anyway, they finally, after watching me for a while, they kind of get up, and I stood up, and I took 3 steps, and they had already walked away. I took 3 steps out by the grass, and I just fell. I couldn't. The pain, and I was a mess. And but you know, thank goodness I was okay ultimately. I had some serious bruising and some issues to deal with. But the message is, you know, what are you holding on to? You know, I have a really strong grip. I don't know if you can tell by tonight, but I mean, I got unbelievably powerful grip. But it didn't matter how powerful my grip was, because what I was holding on to was dead. Right? It was dead. And so many of us are in a position like that where we're trying to hold on to something and we keep getting beat up and we're not getting anywhere because what we're holding on to just isn't true. It's not alive. It's not real. You know? So, you know, you got to understand we're in a place here right now where we have to come to an understanding about what we're holding on to. Are we sure what we're holding on to is the right thing? Because if we're not sure, well, then forget about the goals and the dreams and everything else. You got to get to the truth.
All of our contact information can be found at our website, www.powerworkshop.org. Sign up for the free newsletter to stay updated on new things and keep fresh and keep strong. Just report your victories and enjoy the journey. Bye for now.
Watching Russell do some strength feats and Dennis Rogers, those guys are just awesome, and the message was just sensational. Excellent for teenagers today.
I thought this program was much more than advertised.
By using physical things, he made the message real.
If somebody's going to just tell you information, you might as well just watch the video. He's changed people's lives. I mean, they see this stuff and something sticks.
I just am leaving here so motivated to do whatever I want to do, and I want to take on some more goals, and I know that there's nothing I can't do right now because of Russell.